Today's news, K-pop boy band GOT7 at the center of Snapchat, N-word, and underage drinking controversy.
GOT7 fans, BTS fans, EXO fans, you can go and watch this brilliant lady live stream her painting session right now by clicking here or here on twitch.tv/HallyuBack. Thanks for following her and supporting her as an artist.
Yay!
It looks like GOT7, which is a K-pop group that we don't talk about very much, has gotten themselves into a little bit of hot water.
A pickle, if you will.
Their two youngest members, Bam Bam and Yukyum, were caught on Snapchat, which is a video service, video app, underage drinking in the United States, and one of them said a word that they probably shouldn't have said.
It was all over Twitter the other night. I was checking it last night. I was checking Twitter and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know there's a lot of you out there that have opinions about this, but to me, it's not really a big deal except for the underage drinking part because they did break the law in the US. I was someone who did underage drinking when I was under the age of 21, and a lot of people do it. And the only unfortunate thing is he's a K-pop idol, so that puts him into a different category, and therefore Twitter blows up. A lot of people follow him on Twitter and Instagram, and that's why this is a big deal. Otherwise, it's not really a big deal because so many people do it and don't really get in trouble for it. Also because of his visa status with the United States, he's not a citizen here, so I don't know exactly how much more trouble he can get into. I don't think he's going to get in any trouble. But this is always risky when you go to another country and you're outside of your own homeland to be breaking laws that maybe you don't even really know about, but this is not a law that he didn't know about, I suspect.
No.
The reason why it's not a big deal is because in Korea, nobody gets carded, ever. You don't get carded for anything. You can go buy alcohol as a young-looking person and definitely not get carded, not bring your license or your ID card, and not have to worry about whether the person at the register is gonna let you buy it or not. They don't really care at all about age for drinking, and you see a lot of people drinking all the time. And then someone from that culture comes to the United States, and even though everyone seems to know that the age for drinking is 21 in the US, still your mentality is of your own culture. And it's really strict here, and it's kind of really stupid that it's like that, but it is.
I wish that I could say that I was surprised by his use of the N-word, but I'm not. And that's because he's not from this culture. Even if he understands what it means to American culture, he still probably can't fully grasp the understanding, the true meaning of the word. He's not from this culture, and when you're learning a foreign language, one of the most fun things to do in the beginning is to just learn all the swear words and all the bad words, and that's a very commonplace thing.
I have an opinion about the N-word too. I don't think that he called someone nigga, all right? There's a difference between saying the word nigga and then saying it to someone in a derogatory way. You don't ever want to do that. That's the bad way of using that word. But just talking about the word nigga like this, like we are, it's not the same thing, and there's no reason that people should get offended because we're just having open dialogue here. And I don't know how he used it, and of course that's a really hot button word that's going to attract a lot of attention. And yeah, he probably shouldn't use it, but how did he use it? I looked all over the internet for this to try and find video evidence or audio evidence of the way that he used it, like actual hearing him say it. I didn't get any, it's nowhere. So I don't even know if he really said it myself personally.
Well, it's probably nowhere because it was on Snapchat and therefore it's deleted after 24 hours.
Right. I think Yukyum was the one doing the underage drinking, which means Bam Bam, who's from Thailand, by the way, is the one that was using the N-word. Mark, who's the oldest member in the group, is an American dude.
Yeah, and it was a party at his house because his family is wealthy, and so they had this big party for them because they just finished up some sort of American tour. I think that this is a rough way to end that tour for sure.
Not really. Look at, we are now talking about GOT7 when we've never talked about them before. I know Jackson gets a lot of publicity in relation to the rest of the members, and GOT7 is definitely a couple of steps down from, say, a BTS or an EXO or any of the other up-and-coming young K-pop groups. This does not hurt them. No publicity is bad publicity.
Mark's friends shouldn't have posted it on Snapchat. That was stupid of them.
Well, they're 18 years old, so they don't know any better.
They're young, they're stupid. I don't think it's worth the death threats that they were getting on Twitter.
They were getting death threats?
You didn't know that? People were telling them to leave, to never come back. It got really ugly on Twitter really fast.
You guys, how big of a controversy is this to you? The two main things that we were talking about in this video. Comments.
And click the like button on this video. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's it. We are out of here.
Hasta luego.